What is up, guys? My name's The Simyan. My name is Yen. I play The Sims. Did you see what I did there? Okay, guys, we're actually going to get right into it. And of course, you guys can tell by the title, it's going to be why I'm not ready for The Sims 5. Now, there's a lot of things that we're going to cover today, and let's just get started. Now, with the announcement of the Sims Summit came towards the end, Project Rene. Now, it was never announced specifically that Project Rene was The Sims 5. And with that announcement, a lot of Sim gurus actually said that, there's still so much to be worked on for The Sims 4, and The Sims 5 had years to come. Now, I'm actually glad they said this because I want to get into why I'm not ready for The Sims 5. Now, we do know as of lately The Sims 4 has been on sale, and this sale has been going on for a while, and I feel like the reason that a lot of people are holding back is because of bugs and issues. Now, when you say bugs and issues, a lot of people are always like, what do you mean by that? Are you guys just referring to CCs? And it's like, no, there's actually so many bugs and issues that need to be fixed in this game. Whether you love gameplay or whether you love building, there are a bunch of things. I actually did a detailed video on this and breaking down exactly what is wrong with The Sims 4 and what issues other players are having. I'll actually link that down below. But for instance, my wedding stories, this is like one of the top tier game packs I can absolutely say was complete. Like the way they put this out and the way it went by with controversy was just absolutely disrespectful to the Sims community. It's like they didn't even care, they didn't even check. I mean, till this day it still does not work. And of course, even down to the latest recent clutter kits that actually came out, they're just not up to quality. I mean, even other CC creators that are really good friends with the Sims team even spoke out about this, about how disrespectful this was, because this just wasn't up to par, and it looked like they rushed the whole thing. Now, I am so sick and tired of them doing these little mini bug fixes to the game, and although you're like, Yin, what's wrong with that? They're fixing things towards the game. It just seems like it's a never-ending loop, because no matter how many times they fix something, there's always something else that needs to be fixed, and they can never just put out a game that actually works. Now, the EA app, they forced everybody to do the EA app. The EA app broke. I feel like they made The Sims Direct, and I feel like the only reason they made The Sims Direct was to distract people from the newcomers that were coming on to The Sims 4 after the announcement, to allow other people to not be distracted by the fact that a lot of the Sims community was angry about the broken packs. I do also want to talk about the fact that we need more communication and transparency from the team. I feel like between the Sims Direct, the Answers HQ, and then them telling us to email EA or DM them on Twitter, I just feel like it's not enough, because it still doesn't get it still doesn't get solved. The problem never gets solved. It's almost as if they're saying that just to make it seem like they're doing something, and they don't follow through at the end of the day. And I'm just kind of sick of it. I mean, even the Sim gurus brush off the things that we say, or they totally ignore any of the posts or tweets that we do talk about, and they only go towards the positive ones. Now, again, I know they're probably sick of people consistently coming at them, but it's like, you guys are the only ones that are willing to answer back. Everyone else doesn't. The producers of EA is not going to just respond to us. The creators of Max's, or the producers, they're not going to respond to us. Lindsay Pearson, I would love to hear from Lindsay Pearson. And for those who don't know who Lindsay Pearson is, she is the vice president creative for The Sims 4. Now, I feel like she should be the main one speaking out against certain things that are happening, but I just feel like she just leaves it up to, and I don't want to call them her little minions, but it just seems like they're always the ones answering things, if they even do answer. When we hear from someone with such hierarchy, we will respect it more, because we feel like, okay, at least someone up top is seeing this. I feel like the Sim gurus, as much as I want to believe that they are really down for the Sims community, it just doesn't come across that way. And if they truly feel that way, it needs to be addressed, and they need to start being more transparent with what they're saying. And whoever's behind that Sims Direct needs a whole new revamp, because they are not very direct at all whatsoever. So I'm just saying that when it comes down to certain packs, they do like little pointless things that none of us really want to play. I mean, even the bowling night stuff pack, yeah, okay, it was cute for like 2 days, and then what happened? Like, what else was there to do after that? And I know it's like just little things here and there, but there's a reason why The Sims 3 and The Sims 2 did so well. I feel like they tried to collab with creators and possibly be like, oh, look, we're trying, or hey, look, we're doing these little clutter kits, and it's not hitting the same way the other packs used to. And I feel like it's just because there's so much DLC that people are just tired of it. We're just tired of it all. And I'm actually going to get into that later on in the video, So stay tuned for that. And then also, I'm just feeling like the worlds, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, they're doing what they need to do, but at the end of the day, there's no gameplay. It's like we can have an awesome world, but I just feel like there's just so much missed opportunities. Even for, Discovery University, that was a perfect opportunity to even bring on more careers, such as law. There's other things that they could have done, and I feel like they just kind of missed the mark on that. Even high school years would have been really interesting to see, like, even therapists, counselors. It would have just added a few more things to do with the game, and I just feel like they keep missing the mark. Even with cottage living, a lot of people were very disappointed when we found out we weren't getting horses. Now, the reason behind this, a lot of people were speculating the reason we didn't get horses was because they would have had to do a whole different type of animation, and we all know how The Sims is when it comes down to new animation. The whole game just suddenly is filled with bugs and issues, and the update just ends up crashing, and there's a whole thing behind that. Now, I do feel like we need to stop wishing that The Sims 4 can be like The Sims 3, because that's just never going to happen. I know a lot of people have actually left The Sims 4 franchise because they're just sick and tired of being sick and tired, and have actually went to Sims 3 and 2. I mean, I haven't heard anyone go to 1, so if you're playing Sims 1, let me know, because I'd be really interested to see like how and what are you using for that computer. I also want to talk about how much money people have invested in The Sims 4. There are so many DLCs. I mean, we're at 19 kits, and it just keeps going and going and going. And this game altogether, if you add all the DLCs together, it is over $1,000 plus. A lot of these DLCs that we have should have been base game to begin with. I don't care what anyone says. Cats and Dogs should have been base game. Seasons should have been base game. And the reason I say this is that every single time a Sims franchise moves up, we expect more. As far as players go, every single time we do play a new game, especially when it comes down to franchises, we expect a little bit more to be given to the players starting at the new base. So let's say for The Sims 5, for instance, for the base game, I do not expect the same DLCs that they are charging for The Sims 4 to be charged in The Sims 5, considering it's a level up. It's moving up from the franchise. We're going upwards. Why? There should have been no reason in The Sims 4 why we were charged for Cats and Dogs. That is like bare minimum for The Sims 4. There should be no reason in The Sims 4 why we were charged with weather. It is weather, sunshine, winter, like fall. There should have been no reason that we were being charged for these things. And if you don't agree, I'm curious as to why, because I don't understand. There's certain things that just don't sit right with me, and I feel like that's when it comes down to microtransactioning and what they're doing. I do want to get into the topic of CC creators, and the reason I say this is because as much as I do love a good CC, a good alpha, a good Maxis match, as much money as I invested into this game, without this, what do I have? What kind of game do I have without CC? That is how you have to look at The Sims 4. Now, as much as we love, creating and downloading and expressing ourselves, and we're so thankful that we have an amazing community that listens to us and that gives us different things, such as the diversity that we've always wanted in the game, the gameplay that we've always wanted in the game. I mean, there's even things down to like the fact that there is some CC and mod creators that are out here fixing bugs even before the Sims team can even do it. That is just amazing within itself. But without all of this, what kind of game do we actually have? We take away all of that, and what are we actually left with? What kind of game are we actually left with? And I just feel like a lot of people get sidetracked when we look into, for those who are able to download CC and mods, we do get a little bit sidetracked into the fact that the game is broken, guys. Like, no matter how much I can, CC is basically putting a Band-Aid over it. But the game itself is completely broken. And I just don't think that's fair, especially for those who play on console. I feel like they're always left out in the dust because they're not able to access these mods that can fix these games. They have to sit there and wait for the Sims team and to listen and just be like, oh, my bad. Oops, let's put out a news update. Go ahead and let's hit up Sims Direct. Tell them that there's going to be a news bug update soon coming. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it's a endless reaction that ends up happening. And I'm just kind of over it. And I feel like that definitely needs to be addressed, because if this is what is going to be coming out of The Sims 5, I don't want it. I do not want The Sims 5. Like, if this is going to be exactly the vision of the future of what we're going to get, I do not want it. Maybe they are spending their time working on The Sims 5 and working on, you know, quote unquote Project Rene, and they're just leaving The Sims 4 out in the dust, and they just know that they can just, one, get away with microtransactioning because people are going to buy it regardless. There's always newcomers coming onto The Sims 4 franchise, and I say this all the time, but I really truly do feel like TikTok has a lot to do with how big The Sims 4 has gotten, and especially since Sims 4 is now free, there's even way more players who don't even usually play The Sims are now playing The Sims. So no matter what, I do know that they're always going to be getting transactions through their DLCs, and I feel like another thing that they're doing is that they're using the logic of the fact that the game is free. A lot of the DLCs will be justified if they spend the money on it because the game was free. And I know a lot of people, including me, was kind of a little annoyed at the fact that we had to pay our hard-earned money on this and other people got it for free. And I know it's been like, you know, 8-9 years. I get it. It's like, okay, Yen, let it go. And a lot of other simmers did feel this way, and I think they felt that, and which is why I almost did let it go, y'all. I almost did let it go until they gave us the freaking Desert Lux kit to all the OG simmers. Like, thank you guys for our longtime OG simmers who have bought in every single game pack and who have stuck beside us through the bugs and you know, all the controversy and the lack of care that we've given you guys. Here's a kit that no one asks for, that no one cares about, that no one ever wanted. Here is a free kit. And hurry up and grab it before The Sims, before The Sims becomes free. It's just like, it was a slap in the face. And that's what made me go, y'all got me messed up. Now I'm mad. Now I'm mad, giving my money, and we should be suing them. Because that was, like, what are y'all doing? I don't know. Y'all let me know down below in the comments how y'all felt about that, because I was a little salty. I was going to let it go until they did that. Because they tried it. That's what you guys give your players? That's what you give your OG players who stuck beside y'all through all the BS? No, I'm not gonna even, but behind all the bullshit, that's what y'all give y'all players? Okay, I see how it is. But anyway, guys, that is basically what I wanted to talk about today, and this is why I'm not ready for The Sims 5, because they need to come up with and do something. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of The Sims 4 looking like this. I'm sick of The Sims 4 team acting like this, and we need changes. And I don't want a Sims 5 until The Sims 4 is fixed. I spent way too much money and way too much time investing in this for it to just, you know, for them to just give up and move on to the next thing. No. And I think I can talk for a lot of people when I say that. So anyway, guys, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this. And do you guys think The Sims 4 can make a comeback even this year, maybe next year? Do you guys know what do you feel that how many years of The Sims 4 actually has left? How many years do you guys think they're going to drag this out? And you know, I don't know. Can they make a comeback? I don't know. Y'all let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this. Again, I am genuinely interested in what you guys have to say about this. And we can all just keep it respectful in the comments. That would be great. I love this community, and I am down for you guys to either disagree or agree with me. I don't care. At the end of the day, y'all already know that this community is all about sharing sharing topics as long as we keep it respectful. You can disagree with somebody and keep it respectful, okay? I mention this all the time because sometimes people get a little hostile, and I get it. People are passionate about a game. I'm passionate about The Sims too, okay? I'm a simmer. That's why I still play it. Thanks for watching, and we are on the road to 20K, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.